So now the days are getting a little bit shorter, the nights are getting a little bit chillier. I'm cooking more curries, soups, and stews, whereas in the summer, I just really wanted something quick that I could put in the oven, like a nice piece of fish with some zucchini that I could just put in the oven on a sheet pan and cook for 10 or 15 minutes or so. And now I'm going to be making like more pot roast and stuff. The first time I made a pot roast, I really didn't know what I was doing. And, I learnt my lesson. I realized with pot roast, they really need low and slow cooking for hours and hours and hours until the meat is very, very tender. So I learnt my lesson from cooking pot roast. And, I'm very proud of my cooking. And my mum loves practically everything I cook, almost everything, and always wants to know the recipes. Every now and then, however, and my mum is very honest with me, every now and then my mum will say, you need to put more of this, or you need to put more of this or that. And this didn't come out right. I made a cake a few months ago, and I was really proud of the cake. Took it to my mum's house, and she was like, she took a bite of it when she was in the kitchen. She goes, I don't you think you've mixed this properly? And I was like, I made this chicken dinner for us the other day when I went to stay with her, and she just thought she was literally licking her plate. She loved it so much. But my mum is a very, very honest critique. Anyway, Sandra has a cooking channel, and she hasn't really been cooking on there. She hasn't been really uploading videos. I think she should get back to doing that because, um, I think it's therapeutic to cook, and it's a creative outlet. And regardless, AD's now gone. I think she should get back to doing what she loves doing. That's my personal opinion. So basically, this podcast is going to be me talking about a lot of things that I've been, basically talking about the result of a lot of things that have happened in the past 2 weeks and things that are ongoing regarding Frankie's Crowd Justice Fund, what happened with AD. Is there any real point in pursuing AD anymore now that he's no longer a creator on this platform? My personal opinion is that there is no point in pursuing AD anymore. There's no point in having a court meeting with AD. As far as I'm concerned, he's on Rumble. The job has been done, and there's no need to pursue him anymore. That's my personal opinion. I just want to mention something about this as well before I get going. I mean, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things regarding this, but I'm also going to be discussing something specific. But it's just basically a podcast of random thoughts on this and what's been going on, because I've had a lot of feedback from people about this issue, and I want to address some things. So Frankie's Crowd Justice Fund is at, I'll just round it up and say it's at 59,000, and the requirement is apparently 75,000. Now, this is despite being open for at least a year and a half. And I know that the fund was put up and up and up and up. It started at 25,000, then it went to 45, and he has raised the amount every time it's gotten to its target. And despite being promoted by Judy Ron and other channels, the Crowd Justice still hasn't reached its stretch target. Now, regardless of this, and we can have a discussion based upon this alone, why is it not reached its 75 grand target when it's been on, when donations have been requested, and not only has Frankie promoted it, but Duty Ron has promoted it, and many other channels have promoted the fund. How come it hasn't reached the 75 grand target? There could be so many different reasons for this. But personally speaking, I don't think there's any point, and you know what my opinion is. I don't think there's any point in pursuing AD anymore, particularly when there are other creators that are just like him and even more extreme. on the platform when there's other people that are just like him, and when he's no longer on this platform. I just don't see the point of it. Now, if people think there's still a point in pursuing AD, and them having a courtroom meeting between them, you can tell me why. You don't have to accept my opinion. You don't have to think my opinion is the gold standard opinion. That's just my opinion. As far as I'm concerned, AD is on a new platform. That doesn't mean to say that he won't try and return. But right now, he's on a new platform. The job is done. We don't need to go any further with this. I personally think that there's no reason to keep this fund open, particularly when it's obvious that the fund is constantly stalling. Now, I personally think that Frankie will keep the fund open and try and get every cent that he can until it reaches the 75,000, and he might even up it if it actually eventually gets there. That's my opinion. He may do. The people who want refunds, I agree that you should get your refunds, but it's not happening. He's definitely not going to give refunds. But, take it as a lesson learned. I never donated to this fund, even when I was on very friendly terms with Frankie. And we would talk and everything and got along very well. But I still never donated because I wanted to see what was going to happen. So, I never gave a donation. I've never donated to Frankie at all. So, this is not for me, really. This is just me making comments. So anyway, I've had, every now and then people will come to my channel and leave comments, and they will try to engage with me because they don't agree with my opinion on something, and they will try to gauge a reaction out of me. And I have had a recent case of this. Most of the time, 90% of the comments I get are fantastic comments, and even people who don't agree with me usually leave very, very nice comments. But every now and then I get somebody who tries to engage with me and tries to get a reaction out of me simply because they don't agree with things that I've said about Claire Morgan. Well, none of you is the person who is constantly trying to gauge my attention. Claire Morgan is not spelt with an E. So that's the first thing that you got wrong. Her name is spelt with CLAIR, and that's it. There's no E on the end of the name. So you've gotten that incorrect. It's Claire Morgan without an E. And that's the first thing. Second of all, if you're looking for information on Claire Morgan as a lawyer, you won't find any because she never was. She never has been. So I'm telling the 100% truth on the Claire Morgan situation. It's been confirmed that she's not a lawyer. It's been confirmed that she never was a lawyer, that she's not a lawyer currently practicing either. That has been confirmed. You might not like my opinion, but that is the case. If you don't like my opinion, that's fine. Not everyone has to agree with me. Please find a channel that you can go to that you can agree with every opinion that they put out, because I can guarantee you are free to go to whatever channel you like, and you can listen to whoever you like. And I would suggest you go to a channel where you could agree with the person who's speaking on every single thing that they say. I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to give my opinion, and not everyone has to agree with me. You keep sending me messages or comments, they're not going to be responded to. All that I'm going to do is talk to YouTube about your constant trying to engage with me, constantly leaving messages, and I'm simply just going to ignore your comments. That's all that's going to happen. It's not going to stop me from speaking about my opinions. So in essence, what I'm saying is, I don't think there's any point into continuing to pursue AD, and I think that we should just be grateful and happy that he's no longer a creator on this platform. Some people say that Frankie has earned quite a lot of money from this whole thing, more than anybody else. some people say that Frankie is monetized on all of this. And I think that we all have our different opinions on that. One of the, this particular person who's been coming to my channel and me constantly trying to engage with me with messages, doesn't seem to realize or care that I tell the truth. I do tell the truth. One of the truths I told her is that my channel has been eligible for monetization for a long time, and I told my subs about this a long, long time ago. But according to this person, I'm not being honest. Well, I'm being 100% honest. My channel is way over the requirements needed. My channel has almost 400,000 lifetime views. My channel has 13.3k watch time hours. You only need 4k watch time hours to be eligible for monetization. And you only need, I think you only need to apply now for monetization. You only need 500 subscribers. So, and these are good numbers for me, but these are not spectacular numbers by any means. But for a channel that's only been going for 2 years, these are quite, I'm quite happy with the numbers on my channel. But I don't want my channel to be just about numbers. I'm also eligible for membership and super thanks and all these other things that I haven't even finished setting up or even gotten started on setting up. So people who say, "Oh, I'm in this for money," well, that's not true at all, because there's a lot of other monetization opportunities available to me that I'm currently not using. And to this person who said that I was not being clear about my channel, well, as you can see, you see the revenue section on the right, which I'm not going to show you the complete thing, but all of this has been eligible for monetization for a very, very long time. And for anyone who wants to start one or create a channel, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch time views. That was the original amount you needed. Now you don't even need that. But I think the 4,000 watch time hours is what you need. My channel has 13.3k, so over 13,000 watch time hours, which is more than what you need. So I'm just making it quite clear to you what this channel standing is. And I've never been, I've always been honest about what information I give you. I'm giving you the analytics of this channel. So anyway, I think that's me done for now. That's me done for the day. I'm adding this segment into this podcast as an extra because it just occurred to me that this is a very important thing to say as well. Frankie and Sandra, Frankie and his mother, both have monetized channels, and with a very significant subscriber count. Despite the fact that Frankie doesn't post on his channel, he has over 40,000 subscribers. Many of them are people who know about the case and feel sympathy for him. And he could make quite a lot of money on that channel if he posted content on a regular basis. He has a membership button there. I don't see why he can't raise his own funds by providing content on that channel. Sandra could continue her cooking on that channel and raise a lot of funds from ad revenue. Collectively, both of them could make very decent money with ad revenue and raise their own funds for their case. So that's my personal opinion. They both have the ability to raise funds by continuing with their channels, by putting content on their channels, by reaping the benefits of the ad revenue from those channels. Cooking is something that YouTube loves. YouTube loves cooking channels. Sandra has a cooking channel that she can use make ad revenue from. They both have the ability, essentially what I'm saying, they both have the ability to raise their own funds and contribute towards their own case. So that's my personal opinion as well. They do have the ability to raise funds. Both of them have channels that are monetized that they can raise, that they can make money from. And, great opportunity. Great to have a cooking channel. Having a cooking channel is great. why not continue raising funds if they want to pursue AD by doing what they can do to raise their own funds instead of requesting donations? That's my personal opinion. Sandra has a fantastic cooking channel. She can continue on that cooking channel and get decent ad revenue from that channel. And you know, both of them don't need donations by any means. That's just my personal opinion. And this is what I have to say. This is the final segment. If you've watched to this far, thank you very much. Thank you very much.